every time I see a competitive hot dog eating person dip the bread in water, I instantly check out. Because for me, the moment you start defiling the integrity of the meal, I know the argument could be made that you're defiling the integrity of the meal by eating it like a gluttonous pig. But for me, the moment that you start to defile the integrity of the meal by, like, tricking yourself into eating water bread, for me, it wouldn't be about, like, winning or losing. It would have everything to do with just, I want to eat this delicious meal. I want to eat this delicious meal until I can't take it anymore. I really don't like the King Scepter. Socialist Audiophile and Lurtz and the Rapid, happy to have you here. Oh, there's all sorts of ice cream challenges, for sure. The width, you say? Let's pretend we're going tactics. A donut one? See, I'd really get, like, I'd be apprehensive about talking myself into ones that were mostly bread. Or sweet. Like, I'm more of a savory guy. With the exception of a malt. I do love me a malt. Never had that before. Come on, dude, I just bought this thing. I bought a better one. I just bought this thing. But a better one. This game just never wants me and the bleeding sword to be one. I'm sorry, Cat. I almost got 2 minutes and the 30 killed. Missed it by 6 seconds. Oh, Varel, I hope your drive goes uneventful as shit. I hope your drive is ridiculously uneventful. I don't really want any of those. I like networking for this. We didn't get hit. modifiers. Drops a grenade or freezes enemies. Rooted targets. Frozen targets. And slowed down targets. That's actually not bad considering we've got frozen on the Tesla coil. Swarm. After not playing this since it released, I decided to install it on my stream deck after seeing you enjoy it and got my first win last night. Hell yeah, Sycon. Happy to hear it. That's great stuff. I don't see myself doing survival long term. Get everybody? Oh, he got me! What a dick! Oh. I don't have any meaningful way to stun anybody. Well, that'd be a good way to stun somebody. I didn't even see this. Mine was actually a survival win. Got a pistol and just wrecked that scale with my highest stat. I should have had one of those yesterday. A big old pistol win. Shoulda. But there's an elite somewhere towards the end of the game that's harder than the final boss, as it turns out. Who could have foreseen it? Yeah, I had a ridiculous build yesterday. And I wasn't taking it easy, and I wasn't taking plays off. I was actually giving it a pretty solid effort. And then I got up against I almost perfected a boss. I almost perfected a boss. And then moments later got 3-shot. Got 3-shot by an elite that teleported into me. And I was miserable about it. It actually put me in kind of a funk that I didn't shake for the rest of the day, if I'm being honest. I need something to replace this shield. That, ain't it. feel like I'm going for a tactics run here. Oh, I thought for a second that was gonna crush me. Got to break the, I don't have floor breaker wall jump yet. You just get those from continuing play. Yep, you sure do. You sure do. Get out of here, Greed Shield. Nobody likes you. I think it is from different areas, if I had to guess. I'd just kind of be plucking it from the top of my head, but yeah, that sounds right. I feel like these were just progression rewards that I got over time. What do you got for me? Let's take that for the HP bump. All right, what do we got? I do have baddies. I can potentially get the 60 on this run, even though I got hit early, but I got hit early, so...
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I'm trying to stick to a tactics run. Oh, I just gotta get through here without getting hit, huh? Spockers, tier 1, 18 months. Oh, would you look at that. Spockers, thank you so much for your 1.5 years of support. I appreciate that a ton. Let's go here. Is that really not hitting the... Kind of surprised that that's not hitting the, Kind of surprised that's not hitting this guy. Oh shit! Things are getting a little wild. Oh, I got my 60. Fuck them. Let's go! Reduces enemies' projectile damage. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, we can be wild and reckless now that we've hit our 60. We're looking for, I think, either Stilt City. Not sure if you played Terraria, but they're coming out with a Dead Cells crossover in the next patch play. I have never played Terraria in my life, but I do know that I saw a Terraria crossover item, the Star Fury, that everybody told me about. But yeah, Terraria has never been one that anybody's even asked me to play. I've watched just a tiny bit of Brizzy play it, but that's been about it. I don't care about any of these. Leap in the air and violently land back on the ground to inflict 173 damage to enemies around. I really think we just stick with this for now. Damn, Tybin. A Reuben sandwich with some deep fried mushrooms sounds dynamite. Good grief. That sounds good. We didn't. Oh, maybe we did get hit that. We did get hit that floor. I do love me some deep fried mushrooms. I can take or leave deep fried curds. I like curds. I tend to like curds better unfried. But I freaking adore deep fried mushrooms. Also Bumbarian, what's going on? Dreamscaper was good. Moonlighter was good. Get them, biters. There we go. Yeah, Hades was maybe my favorite game of the last decade. Like, I don't want to oversell it. It doesn't look like a lot. They gave it to me in early access, and I put off playing it. Like, that game was the reason that I had a creator code with Epic. That game was the reason I had a creator code with Epic. And I put off playing it in early access because I didn't feel like I was impressed by it. And then when it finally came out, it was drawing good numbers on Twitch. When it finally came out, it was drawing good numbers on Twitch, like people were watching it, and I was like, well, shit, if people are watching it. God damn it, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I really wasn't paying attention. All right, Ryan, how about we focus up, huh? I don't have a good range, like an actual ranged attack, which is a problem. Yeah, so anyway, I put, oh my God, I'm down here now. This prick. Yeah, I put off playing it for a really long time. It's not better than what I have. And when I finally got into it, like, I liked it so much that I tried to pay one of the voice actors who played a character called Meg. I tried to pay her to do notifications on my channel. Not multiple, just like one. I wanted her to do the notification for a gifted sub, and I offered her like $1,000 for basically 90 minutes of work. Not 90 minutes of work, like 9 minutes of work. And unfortunately didn't hear back. But I loved that game so much that I wanted it in the... I wanted it enfolded into the DNA of the channel. Boy, I'm taking bad damage on this floor.
Hey man, those are
Noah!
good.
Bear with me, I'm trying to rein in my terrible gameplay. I thought that would permeate through the floor. It does not. I got myself thinking about other roguelikes and just how much I enjoyed them. So I'm all over the place right now. Play bad, get rewarded, as they say. Also, brother had a Justolipa this morning. What the fuck is that? I found it at Aldi. It's bread cheese. I love this shit. I'm trying to not to make it a part of my personality for the month. There's all sorts of good stuff you can find at Aldi. Aldi's a treasure trove of just crazy bullshit. Amber finds these Gyro kits at Aldi that we get all the time. She also found these like stupid, like breaded sandwich flatbreads that taste processed as hell. But for whatever reason, I can't get enough of them. They taste so unhealthy, but they also taste so good. Aldi's even better when it's in the EU. I'd assume most things are cleaner and better in the EU. What was the game that Kibo was talking about? The one that other... I fucked up! God damn it. I got no answer for this guy. Oh, there's no floor down there. All right, well, if I was gonna get hurt, it might as well have been there. I'm playing like booty hole on the ramparts. Speaking of Hades, I'm getting Orpheus tattooed on my thigh down the line. Well, I have it on good authority that the people at Supergiant don't fucking suck, so they won't make you regret your tattoo down the road by generally opening their mouths. Oh yeah, Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is a... not to sound patronizing, but it is a very fun sort of baby's first roguelike. It's not particularly challenging. The art style is incredible. It's got a I say charming but dark story. The folks at Devolver Digital are great. Like the Darkest Dungeon guy. Wayne June? Yeah, no. I was like, so I never really played Darkest Dungeon. But yeah, like a lot of people were able to get Wayne June. I got the narrator from the Stanley Parable to do some of mine. And I thought it would be that easy every time. And I've reached out to probably 3 or 4 video game voice actors since and basically have said like, I'll make a mortgage payment for you if you'll record 2 lines of dialogue. And none of them have ever even answered me to say no.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I sent a queue on Discord when you're on break, not urgent. I'm spending some time today in voicing the appropriate people. I mean, I'm being lazy today anyway. Oh. Yeah, I could probably do that. You want me to do it as me? For partnery stuff? Gotcha. Yeah, get a hold of me after stream's over today, and we'll take care of it. Yeah. Yeah. I would be honored for that to happen. Taffy Jinx and the Supergiant folks to have like a basement full of dead puppies discovered. Noah, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Clayco. Appreciate that. I hear John Popper from the Blues Traveler will work if you pay his rates. Had a buddy get drunk and message him on Facebook to be on his record, and he and once paid, he did it. But yeah, well, I mean, you know, whoops. I just need John Popper to be an iconic voice in a roguelike that I play for 1,000 hours and we'll be all set. Man. Hello? There we go. Ice, good morning. I have played like shit on the ramparts. I still have not figured out how to get to whatever the hell that thing is. It's locked from the right-hand side, which leads me to believe I have to get to it from the right-hand side. You purposely pick up a certain color of weapon and stick with it the same through without? If I'm being honest with you, I'm still figuring that out. If I'm being real with you. Whoops. I used to spread everything evenly and mostly just try to work with whatever weapons I found the most enjoyable. So I would spread my stats evenly. And then, I had a viewer who plays the game, not particularly backseaty, but they were just noting the differences in playstyle. And said that they typically tended to go real deep on one particular color and just kind of force the matter the whole run. And so this week really has been about me testing out whether or not I could pull this off. Where'd you get the high school teen wolf look? This is Hotline Miami skin. I'm not really sure where it came from. I don't remember. It just I unlocked it as a cosmetic, and every time we switched the floors, we're either the owl, the horse, or the chicken from Hotline Miami. I don't know if it's a DLC or if it's a part of the original content or what. At first when I saw how'd you get the high school teen wolf look, and I was just like, I don't know, man, my dad's hairy, I guess. And then I realized you may be talking about the game. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you're talking about the game. Otherwise, no, it's just genetics. I was like, sweet of you to think that I'm still in high school, but no, it's mostly just that my dad's furry and my mom's French Italian. So like, you know, just kind of got lucky, I guess. If you like hairy dudes, I just got lucky. Oh, what are we doing here? I don't like any of these. Ugh. I'm looking for a better weapon. Like a ranged bow or something. I thought you said your dad's a furry. You know, he might be. Like, honestly, I think if my dad sat down and had some real honest conversations with himself, I think if my dad sat down and had a real honest convo with himself, he'd eliminate a lot of the, like, angst and anger that he feels. If he sat down and really permitted himself to be whoever he is deep down. Oops, that's not what I was looking for. I think I'm gonna intentionally plummet myself into the abyss one time. I can't imagine we have much more to look for on this floor. There's got to be a way to get to that little mystery nook. Maybe Explorer's Instinct will show us the way. Motherfucker! I wasn't paying attention, and I just assumed that I had that guy dead to rights. And I was looking at the map, which means I'm not going to get 60, not even close now. No bonus this floor for me, because I have played like hot toilet water this entire time. Black Bridge, you say? Hey, you there! The water's running through my cell. There's water running through my cell. I think something in the water touched my leg. Ah! Help! I don't like that. I'm sorry, person I apparently refused to save. Awkward. I'll take survival just so I can get the extra health out of it. Alright, so this is the edge of the map. We clearly did not get our 60 in a row. I'm gonna try. Nope. Noted. Oh no! No! Shit! This is why we got extra health. Don't even worry about it. Come on! There we go. I didn't know this was down here, but whatever. That's not what I was looking for, but... Nope. I'm at a loss, man. Maybe it was over here. Nope. I just want to see where this takes me. Literally up one flight. Alright. I see you. I see you. I see you with my eyes. I see you with my horse eyes. Aha! But the gardener's key was on the last floor, wasn't it? There's that stupid rose key and I didn't pick one up. Oh, I'm the big dumb. Oh, we'll have to do it next time. Oh, I hate me so much. I had an opportunity to pick one up on the last floor and just didn't. Because I was like, what would I ever use those for? He seemed to wonder out loud. Oh. I'm just the worst. Alright, well, at least now I know how to get in there, and now I know what I need to open that up to see whatever the hell that is. I really screwed the pooch on performance on that one. Richie, what's going on, homie? Happy to see you as always. Freeze. Yes. Just gonna go full blown tactics vibe and hope you're well. I had a little bowl of the cabbage soup this morning for breakfast, and I'm actually like hungry again. I think I can get the concierge without too much trouble. Oh, this prick with that stupid jump move. The Piccolo concierge outfit. All right, listen. It's not too late to start pumping units into... brutality, because I've been promising Cat for about 1,000,000 years that I'd try to give the blood sword a spin. Sacrifices 32% of your maximum health to recover 2% of your HP, melee, and speed boost for 10 seconds. I mean, I'll give it a shot. I always pump units into brutality. Brutality is what Noah has named his fleshlight. Slumbering Sanctuary. Oh, Stilt Village. We gotta go to Stilt Village. There's a story related place we have to go to here. Yeah, I definitely got to start getting brutality leveled up. Ah, shit! That doesn't freeze him for shit. Ah! Crowned Key. Leg Hugger. Summons a leg hugger that attacks your enemies, inflicting critical hits and bleeding, reactivated to make it attack in a circle around itself. Creature feeds by attacking your enemies. Once sated, it evolves into a stronger adult state. Makes the victims bleed. Bleeding applied to other enemies. Electrified targets damn. And victims' remains explode. Well, it was fun, vampirism. QuickBow. It was fun, Bloodsword. I might re-roll the modifiers. Invisible 5 seconds after attacking. Good grief. These eggs have definitely not been laid by a chicken. They seem to be trembling from time to time. Charming. It's been a week now that the lighthouse has been extinguished. We, the guardians of the tower, have been required to move to the village. All that because someone saw a weird scallop on the beach. Let me tell you, I've been a keeper my whole life. It's not a scallop that can frighten me. A small planner. It goes from various lighthouse-related tasks each day to a succession of weeks filled with the words nothing. Looks like Michelle's life was really boring in the end. A very dead Michelle. Poor guy lost his job, died, became home to a small parasite. We made a friend. Feed. It's the asshole who ended our run yesterday. Well, the elite version of him did. Blueprint acquired for Hattori's katana. Oh my. Is it heavy crossbow time? It feels like it might. No, because we just got the QuickBow. And that's doing that much damage just way faster. I do love the heavy crossbow, but oh shit, I didn't even see that guy. If I'm being honest. Oh shit! I thought that I thought that rocket was one of the jewels coming to pay me for a job well done. Damn it! Glitch, what's going on, brother? Brother. A woman opted for the fast method. Strange, she doesn't seem to be infected. Must be her last words. The Malays won't get us. I'll protect you. I'll protect you. Throat's slit. Well, that's fucking dark. Is there anything else, like, hidden in here that I should be looking for? That's some of the Last of Us shit right there. Good grief. Yeah, that is... That, ooh. Good grief, that is something. I'm gonna try to save this key. I know not why. Did I go in here? I don't think that I did. This prick. I'm gonna need the... I take it back. I should have just been holding it down the whole time. What an idiot. I've been sitting here slapping the living shit out of the square key on the PlayStation controller. You just hold it down. We live to learn. That's me! Baron, welcome back as well. Snake Bitten, nice as always to see you. Yeah, that is much faster. Good grief. Ah! You know what? Keep sending your kids down here, prick. I'll bleed you to death. I'll bleed you to death from a million miles away. That is way faster than what I was doing. My man is feeding on blood. I think I love him. I think you're doing great there, little green goop guy. Mr. Puffer, what's going on? Time and hope you... Oh, dude, tell me about lunch when you get back. I'm begging you. For those of us who are not having Rubens today. This guy, man. How fast does he get that shot off? Good grief. For those of us not having Rubens for lunch today, please come back and tell me all about it. Ah! I want to see what happens when this dude, like, when this dude grows up. Like, I want to see what the grown-up version of this guy is. I started my 36-12 intermittent fasting yesterday. It was tough. I'm gonna need the weekend to reboot, I think. I keep trying to get back on the train. I don't even remember why I got off the train. Something went haywire in the last week or so, even though I was doing really well with almost no effort for several days in a row. But something went cockeyed, and I'm really genuinely just gonna need a reboot this weekend, I think. I can't imagine anything that I'd possibly want right now except for what I have. I'm making it work. Getting tired of that guy's attitude. Well, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll absolutely do it. Throwable objects. Not only that, legendary throwable objects is gonna be my jam. I don't even care what it says on the thing. Oh no, I needed another village key? Oh, I'm so sad. So there was another way around that, or there was a way to get a second village key that I don't know about. Or, there had to have been a way to have gotten around that. That's how you get around. Okay, so we're looking for a way to get around without using a single village key. We have not beaten Dracula yet. We have not beaten Dracula yet. Dracula, if I'm being honest, gave us the business. The only time that we've made it to Dracula, he gave us the non-consensual digital play, if you know what I mean. It was pretty unforgiving. Well, how in the Sam Hill? Maybe I just didn't go get the second key. Which is a definite possibility. I didn't go get the second key, that'll do it. Gets you every time. Huge SCOTUS case decision just came down. Is that the, what was that, gerrymandering? Listen, I can't stand this. Tribal's been here being a pretty exceptional new addition to the community. I'm fixing this. I'll do it. I'll do it myself.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
There we go. I guess you could say this fight really sucks. Also, good morning. Oh my god. Oh, D-Blade Y. Ah, Tribal, no worries. Welcome. Appreciate you hanging out. Parry shield? Ew, I regret it. Instant regrets. Parry. We only parry in Bloodborne and Sekiro. SCOTUS struck down Harvard and UNC's race-conscious admissions policies. Can you TLDR that in like a sentence for me? You'll parry in Wolong when you get to it. I feel like I'm pretty good at it when I'm consciously trying to. I played like Duty Hole in the Ramparts. Colleges can't use race in admissions anymore. Gutted affirmative action. That sounds like something a conservative Supreme Court would do. Kind of winging it right now. Normally I'd be very excited about this. Shots pierce all enemies is so good. Normally I'd be very excited about that. But we have a legendary version of the exact same item. Oh, get out here, bud. Ah. Kebab. Scary. Oh, how did I not get hit there? Crazy amounts of iframes on that. I accidentally killed that man behind me. Plausibly deniable accidental murder. The best kind of murder. Ah! Sorry, shit was getting real there for a second. I want to see this guy in his, like, grown-up form. I hit something invisible there. Deesh. Many, many hanging swords. That sensation again, like I'm floating as if everything was suspended, speeding up and slowing down at the same time. Sort of makes you feel like puking, huh? I like the idea of taking less damage from projectiles. Kevin, what's going on, homeboy? This opinion tree is wild. Roberts wrote the majority, joined Thomas, Alito, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Barrett. Thomas filed a concurrent opinion with the majority. Gorsuch filed a concurrent opinion, joined by Thomas. Kavanaugh filed a concurrent opinion too. Sotomayor filed a dissent, joined by Kagan, and partially joined by Jackson. Jackson filed a dissent, joined by Sotomayor and Kagan. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is like one of those. This is like one of those chapters in the Bible where it's just like Meshach beget Tom, and Tom begat Horsaphat, and Horsaphat begat Ralph, and Ralph begat Jim. Right, this is like the chapters in the Game of Thrones books where George R. R. Martin talks about family lines. I'm sure it's interesting to you. I kept waiting for a punchline, and then it got to the end, and it was just like, it's the exact same thing I told you in a sentence, but now it's a paragraph. And I'm like, oh, okay. TLDR, everyone had something to say? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I assumed. No, that's not the right place. Likewise, not the right place. Shit. Are you in the machine? I'm in the Matrix. In game, I'm in a clock tower. Where in the toilet water am I supposed to be? Did I miss something somewhere? In the words of Bert Kreischer, I am the machine. Oh, I'm a big dumb idiot. Hold on. You ever been a big dumb idiot before? You know what, bud? I don't like you. I'm not gonna risk hitting that 20 bit on the edge there. Sorry, I just thought I saw more to do, but I was wrong. Yo, Travel, I appreciate you hanging out. I look forward to seeing you again in the future. Hope you have an awesome, I'd say Thursday, but if it's getting late, you might be in Australia, which means, I hope you have a good Friday morning. Happy time zone to you. Hey. Japan. Oh, hell yeah. In that case, I look forward to one day making it to Japan and high-fiving you. That is the next place. Shit. That's the next place on my, like, familial bucket list of places to visit. That everybody seems to agree on. I am also, in fact, a fan of the Good Time Zone. Good job, bud. Eat them all up. Num, 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 num. I saw him, little invisible shithead. You can't possibly have anything I'm interested in. Yeah, it's worth looking, though. Sounds good, Tribal. Be good. Yeah, how are the stocks doing today? Let's take a little look-see-do. You listen, recovering. All told, cash and portfolio, we got about $10,000 in there. We're up $5 today. What's our big gainer for the day? Those two indexes that Nate bought are big earners all told. Whoever bought meds, that one's doing good. As is Check and somebody explained to me what this one was. Oh, the Atlanta Braves one, Bat Rack. And Ford and Microsoft and Tiny of all things. Tiny getting real big. I need to murder this man. Ah! Sorry, I didn't see those guys. I forgot that those guys could teleport. It literally scared the shit out of me. Like an actual jump scare. Because I was so close to 60 kills in a row. I can now get my little dude. Off the trash Jim left in the walls? What did you find in the walls? Out of curiosity. Is buying a new dude reset his growth? I would imagine. Oh, this is gonna be fucking brutal. Something hit me. I don't know what, but something hit me. 10% damage received down, poisons enemies that wound you, and it puts flammable oil on the ground. Sure, I'm in. A DVD player and a stereo and other stuff I sold for scrap metal today? Hell yeah. Oh, I was like, what the hell's in here? Alright, so that's just letting me know that one of our shopkeepers is a mimic. But we're not fighting we're not buying anything from a shop, so it doesn't matter. Now that I'm realizing you can just hold down the dadgum trigger, this is going really well. There's nothing you could possibly offer me, bud. Oh shit, I just didn't go far enough. I'm trying to remember if there's anything weird. Out in the shed that Jim had attached to our old place, I do remember one thing that I saw, which was like just an old 40-inch cathode ray TV. The shed was filled with spiders and all sorts of shit that I just didn't mess with, like an old bicycle, an old television. Oh yeah, Aki Setsuna. Every time we switch floors, it changes to a different Hotline Miami character. So on the next one, we'll be like the owl, or we'll be the rooster. Ta-da! I mean, there's no way I'd take any of this stuff. All my stuff is great. I have to pee soon. We're unlocking stuff today, baby. Flint, Michigan, and Phaser 4. Do I have any modifiers I want to redo? I don't think so. I think I'm pretty happy. Fill up my Estus flask, baby. Mattress in the Walls is the worst story by H.P. Lovecraft. Oh, I remember this prick. We might actually have his number here. Oh, I hate that. We only let him hit us with one scorpion hook. That is the first time we've ever come really close to... Hey, we're the owl this time around. It's the first time we've ever come really close to killing him without taking damage. I gotta learn how to read the telltale signs of that scorpion hook. If I can do that, I'll be good. Well, we're clearly not taking any of this. Tainted flask unlocked. The clock is really impressive. Something is off, though. We're almost there. To think that I'll see my father again just to stop him once more. Well, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Dana, good morning. Our sole purpose is to destroy Dracula so people can look to dawn without fearing the darkness.
This is the story.
Yo, Psycho Stick, welcome back. Rusty Brazen Fire gifted a 12-month sub going into month number 4. Still riding that gifty. Thank you so much, Psycho Stick. Noah's here. My lawyer friend's the person who is or is not going to get you into MagFest. I told him how important this was to me. So we'll see what his friendship is really worth, you know? We'll see what his friendship is truly worth.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Socialist Audiophile, thank you for the gifty. All right. Where the right. Oh, that's right. Dracula's an asshole. I mean, I didn't, like, forget that Dracula was an asshole, but, like, Dracula's an asshole. It's like 20 years ago. It was one of our very first songs. Did I go back and watch my, like, first streams from 10, 12 years ago? Oh, nope. And it would be a stretch to say that I was proud of them, because I am... Between what I thought was funny and the... Between what I thought was funny and the technical downgrade in my setup, it's like, oh, this is genuinely difficult to watch. Damn, that meal prep starting to smell really good. The world is upside down. This is the first range build I've really tried to take the distance. What was the name of that song? Orgasm Equals Love? Almost messed that up real bad. Ah, shit, there's too much going on. Get the leg hugger to evolve. Yo, look at that little crazy fucker. I love him. I will die for him. He is my family now. Murder. Murder. So much murder. A lot going on in the Dracula floor. Where does that take me? Whoops. Where the fuck? Oh, it just literally takes me up one level. What's the indie game where you play as the thing from the thing? the very in part of Inside, maybe? Carrion. I have never heard of Carrion. Could see the cover but couldn't remember the name.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
And again, there's nothing we could possibly buy right now. Yo, Zelda-ish on a 3-month gifting from Zombie Ron Swanson. Hello, chat and Taffy. This is the good aesthetics. What's going on, Zelda-ish? Thrilled to have you here. Carries a fucking trip. You basically play your minion. Might be a good day or two game. Hell yeah, dude, I'm in. I feel like we're actually making legitimate progress on Ender Lilies, so I might actually be able to see a new game anytime in the near future. We're such strong boys. Extra jump, damage from project. Yeah, that's way better than what I've got going on now. I will take it. 4.5 to 6 hours for carrying. That sounds great. So about a month for me. Normally that joke would low-key piss me off, but it's pretty funny. Come on, bud. There we go. Fuck your bets. Unless the game in question is a Soulsborne game, in which case, whatever the time it says it'll take to beat, if it says 100 hours, give me. I need a week and a half. But any regular game, I struggle. I didn't even know that guy was there. That's not hitting anybody. Sorry, I'm just kind of zoned in here for a second. That feels like a boss fight. Blueprint unlocked. Simon outfit. I'm still in awe of your Soulsborne ability, Taffy. Nobody's more surprised than I am. I'm fucking shocked that I'm good at those kinds of games. I never expected to finish Dark Souls 2, let alone play all of them and kind of low-key dumpster them. Those armor guys take a licking. Code, good morning. I don't want to go anywhere that I can't come back from because I'm exploring.
This is the story.
Yo, Glitch, thank you for the half year of gifted subs to Misu the Witch. I remember you keeping chat on the edge of their seats when you beat Lady Maria in Bloodborne on your second try. I barely remember that fight because it, like, not to be an asshole, but it went so fast. Like, I just showed up. It was one of those fights like, what's his nuts? Old shrimp hand prawn fetus. Where people went, oh boy, here it goes, and then it was just done. And I was like, all right, well, I guess that's it. Orphan of Cause, old shrimp hand prawn fetus. That's the one. And Maria was one of those too, Misu for sure. Maria was one of those as well, where I could feel everybody going like, oh boy, here we go, Clash of the Titans. Which one gives out first? Does Taffy's luck in Soulsborne games? Or does... Oh, it's over. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'll try to make it last longer next time. Like, I felt like I was apologizing to my prom date. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to be fast. It just felt right. It was a good fight. It was the second try, but yeah, I remember it coming right. Oh Jesus, I remember it coming right down to the wire for sure. I remember it coming right down to the wire for sure. Yeah, I see you down there, you idiot. I do love the baseball bat, but it's not nearly as good as the system we have built up right now. Yeah, that Maria fight was something else. That Maria fight was one of the first times that I realized that I had tells. That I realized I had tells about whether or not I was feeling it on a fight. And this carried through to like Orphan of Cause. I realized that when I was playing Bloodborne especially, specifically, but it's proven true for like Sekiro and all sorts of other stuff. I've come to the realization that my tell for Taffy's feeling it, and I think he thinks he's gonna get it done, was I get quiet and my character starts using consumables. I need a bite. My mouth is watering. If I get quiet and my character starts using consumables, like if I'm mid-story, like, oh yeah, so this one time I was running through this cow pasture at midnight and I see this one cow and I'm like, how hard could cow tipping be? So here I am running at it full speed, and then if I just stop that story and start concentrating on the combat, you're like, oh no, he thinks he's gonna get it now. Oh, yeah, he just used a rare consumable or a power-up, or he just put electricity on his weapon or fire on his weapon or whatever. That was me non-verbally communicating that I'm like, oh, I think this one's got merit. I think this attempt has got merit. Yeah, that's right. Ceasing my conversation and taking consumables. Same button. Like, for example, I want to keep talking about video games, but instead I have to stop to consume this pork egg roll. I heard about, like, I admittedly don't get the time to read comics anymore. I admittedly don't have the time to read comics anymore. But, I did see a storyline that I hope is true because it's such a great idea for a storyline. And I feel like the same thing applies to me when I'm playing Soulsborne games. Is that there was apparently a storyline... Hello? There's apparently a storyline where Peter Parker got laryngitis. There's apparently a storyline where Peter Parker got laryngitis. And apparently the bad guys in New York City... Yeah, that's exactly it, Tyler the Prophet. The bad guys in New York City, all of the supervillains, started turning themselves into the cops because they were convinced that if Peter Parker, like they thought he had gotten so, like, he wasn't quipping and he wasn't joking around. So they must have been like, oh, he's furious. It's reasonable to believe that he might just kill us then. Like, there's nothing to, like, if he's not fucking around and pulling his punches, we're all boned. To a much less, to a much less cool extent, I feel like that's me in roguelike, or sorry, in Soulsborne games. Is that if I stop talking, it's because I feel like there's a pretty good chance I can put a ridiculous beating down on whatever nasty ass boss I'm facing. That was another storyline that I read about. I don't actually read the comics, but I read about them. And I read the storyline that, what was it? It was Otto Octavius was able to place himself into Peter's body in a timeline. Otto Octavius was able to place himself inside Peter's body to do a consciousness swap. And so Octavius goes out into the world to prove that he could be a better Spider-Man than Peter Parker was. And he goes, you know, let's see what Peter was working with. And he takes on, I think it was Lizard or Electro or something like that. Is that main timeline? He goes up to like Lizard or Electro or something like that and hits him as hard as he can as Peter Parker, and it rips the fucking Scorpion. Rips the fucking jaw off the Scorpion. And leaves him doing that on the ground. And it's at that point that Octavius realizes that for the 15 some odd years that Peter's been fighting people, he has never thrown a full angry punch. That he's intentionally pulling his punches on people who are trying to kill him because he realizes that he'll split them in half if he connects with everything that he's got. One of my favorite moments in comics is where Peter comes back from the Superior Spider-Man stuff with Doc Ock, and the Green Goblin realizes he's back because Peter makes fun of his fanny pack. Yeah, so anyway, that's one of the few comic book storylines I've ever read about that legitimately made me think, like, damn, maybe I could get back into reading comics again. But that too is an expensive hobby that I just don't know that I have the time for. What the fuck is down? Oh no. Gorgon. Now you'll be gone. Good job, bud. You did not just no-hit that fight? Yeah, listen, this build is bananas. I don't know that that's a testament to me. The irony of us freezing Medusa. Just read the comics on stream. Noah, did you hear that? I'm gonna read comics on screen. Psychostick says it's cool. Fair use, they say. Who am I to argue? It is, it's a transformative work. I'll do the voices and I'll redraw all of them in MS Paint. Gelato isn't vegan? Eggs and milk, bitch. Alright, so there's that. I want to see what's over here. Is this where Richter was? Yeah, this is where we busted out Richter. Wait, what? Richter mode. Oh, you prick. Oh, no. Buttons are not the same. Dude, if I die in Richter mode, do I die in real life? Yeah, Amy G. I need to know how concerned I need to be. Okay, good. I hate the fact that his jumps do this little, like, backwards thing. Asshole. Not nice, dude. I need more kebabs. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh, I hate that. Oh, we're not dead. We're in something apparently called Richter mode. Gotta make good meal prep this week. So I'm just figuring out this jump. Listen here, you prick. There we go. I may still have to have a bowl of cabbage soup later. So good. High jump. You can now use the high jump. Press up while jumping to perform it. All right. Ah. Noted. Helpful. How long does this go? Oh, shit. How long does this go on? Got him. Nailed it. I went too far. I hate it. I hate it. I'm bad. There we go.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Zombie Hit Girl Tier 130, 8 months. Good morning, Taffy and chat. Can you believe only about 11 weeks left until I get to meet my baby girl? That's amazing. That's amazing. Nerve-wracking, but amazing. There's a lot of that going on right now. A lot of that going on right now. So cool, though. Oh. I hope it goes super well. I hope it goes uneventful. Oh, that's much better holy water. Oh, I can't sell it. I want that kebab back there, but I don't want to walk all the way back for it. Bobby, what's going on, homeboy? That guy got me. That guy had my number. Kebab me, please. I'm gonna leave big swaths of this unexplored, I think. This goes on forever. Aaron, good morning as well. More kebab meat. Kind of dialed in right now, chat. Speaking of Dracula, chat, I think I'm gonna watch Renfield tonight on Paramount Plus. I can't help but feel like they're prepping me for something here. No, not an ad, although we did get paid to do a trailer for Renfield back in the day. But I opted not to see it in theaters. Oh no. That hurt. That hurt. Oh, that was it? That's the level, huh? Seth was, oh shit, that scared me so bad. Sorry. my little puppy scared the shit out of me. Oh no. Right. Get me out of here. We did get the Richter outfit, which is pretty exciting. Guess who's on temporary leave due to bad attitudes towards superiors? Oh. Did you tell them to stick your attitude up their ass? They love that. They love that dude. I too think of playing horrors as little puppies. My little boy. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Tentacle, you say? Dancing with who brung us. It's all just reforged modifiers, which I don't need to do, I don't think. Oh my god, that's just additional damage. Don't mind if I do, woo. Do I want to switch these yet? Maybe we take off Ripper? Since we're not doing melee contact? Maybe we do combo? Support and tranquility? Master's Keep. I got absolutely decimated the other day when we tried this. Sadly, I won't be able to join you either. Dracula drained all the strength out of my body during our previous fight. Kill him for me, okay? I'm sorry to leave this responsibility to you like this. Hey, I finally found the muscular guy in blue. Belmont, blood of the enemy. Are you his ally, interloper? It doesn't matter. You've entered my castle uninvited. You'll pay dearly for this affront. Uninvited? It's you who appeared out of nowhere with all your horrible monsters. Perhaps the same can be said of all bosses. I am not much of a human anymore, but this Richter was a man worth saving. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you. Gee. Now you will die. No, no, no. I survived. It was ugly, but I got... Oh, Jesus. Oh, god damn. You're doing great, bud. Now I'm officially out. That hurt. That hurt a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I should have lost that. I couldn't read anything that was happening in real time. It does remind me of the Grim fight. Oh no. Oh no! Noted. All right. All right, we got a lot of work to do. Acknowledged. I've learned a thing or two about myself.